1978, when the title of Best Disco in the World was awarded, you'd have thought it had gone to a club in New York or Paris or even London.
But no, the authoritative Billboard magazine gave the title to a club in Wigan. It's a fine place then and now. But was this industrial town in Lancashire hip and happening and cooler than New York? Yes, it was, because Wigan had something other places could only dream of.
It had soul, or rather, it had northern soul.
And it was a club called Wigan Casino that so impressed Billboard. It became a mecca for lovers of soul music and attracted clubbers from far and wide. Russ Winstanley was the DJ who started these sessions in 1973.
What would be a classic northern soul record?
Well, possibly things like Mr. Edwin Starr and one
Edwin
called
Starr.
Stopper on Sight.
What is northern soul?
There's lots of smaller labels in America trying to copy what Motown had actually done. So they sounded very Motown-ish, but never quite made it, so only a few copies were made, and we were like finding these in America and bringing them back over here. London and the South was very much into the fashion side of things and everything. People like James Brown.
So how many people would come through the doors on an average week?
14,000, 15,000.
The Wigan sessions ran as all-nighters without alcohol, and the dancers really craved rare records. Some of these have become the stuff of legend, like an unreleased Motown track by Frank Wilson called Do I Love You?
A friend of a friend went into the Motown vaults, sent it across to me. I played it for about 6 months, and it was just one of the biggest ever records we ever had at the casino. I sold it in 1979 for £1,000, and about 8 months ago it sold for £26,500.
Do you wish that you'd held on to it? That's
Possibly.
a stupid question. That's a really stupid question. My goodness, that is incredible.
Wigan, though, was all about the dancing, especially for the men who were desperate to outdo each other. Sandy Holt was a star of the casino, twice champion Northern Soul dancer, and he still has all the moves.
All it was just like a crossing of the feet. You've still got the rhythm, and it's just moving the feet. Yeah, that's it. Absolutely easy. You could move around different places. That's brilliant. And then you'd just throw a spin in, and the spins were just done. Okay, throwing yourself round and falling over like I nearly did. That didn't matter. Everyone would take a little bit of talcum powder, because if your feet was a bit sticky or you had rubber soles, then you couldn't spin as many times. So a bit of talc on the dance floor, that is absolute classic signature Northern Soul.
I love the idea of guys being that into their dancing that they take talcum to a club.
Unfortunately, Wigan Casino's reign as the world's premier night spot was short-lived. The club closed on the 6th of December 1981, the victim of council planners who'd earmarked the site for a new development.
What was it like on that final night?
The best, but yet the saddest night ever. I remember hugging a friend, and we just embraced for what must have been what seemed like hours. And everybody, and I've actually, the first time as a man, I actually cried. And everyone was stood outside in the street, outside the casino, actually in tears, because we couldn't actually believe that that was the end.
So, did Northern Soul die with Wigan Casino? Not a bit of it. Every weekend you'll find crowds flocking to venues across the country trying to capture a bit of the old magic.
Do I think Northern Soul is alive and well? Indeed I do.